Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Just Acting Up podcast. I'm your host, James. Then we got my boy Chris over here. Say hi to the good people, Chris.
What's up, y'all?
Let's not also forget about Mike, the big man himself. Mike, say what's up to the people out there in the world.
What's going on? How y'all doing?
Yes, indeed. So this is our very first podcast. So thank you for joining us. We're going to talk a little about current events and everything else that's going on in the world, sporting events, the TV, the sports. We got you with the Just Acting Up podcast. Also, stay tuned in to find out who's acting up in the world. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and get into the first part of our show. We talk about the big stage. This is what we talk about, the current events and news that's going on in the world. So we all know the big major elephant in the room. Well, we ain't much gonna call it elephant. We're just gonna call it what it is, the coronavirus. Mike, you got any thoughts on the coronavirus, brother?
Man, just everyone is so how I want to say it. They so torn between taking the vaccine or not. This new vaccine is coming out. You got some people that want to take it. You got some people that don't. I know that they had 4 cases where it was permanent paralyzation on one side of their face. That's scaring a lot of people. But they got like presidents, that's former presidents, Barack Obama, Bill Clinton, and George Bush, taking it in front of people, basically trying to comfort them to say, hey, you guys, it's not that bad. But it all depends on how you take it. So it's crazy.
This is how the zombie apocalypse is going to start.
That Walking Dead thing keep popping up in my mind, man.
Tell you, man.
I think that when it comes to this vaccine, though, like someone made a good point on a popular radio show. It was like, they're pushing for the minority community, the Black and brown folks to take this vaccine first. But it was like we never ever pushed for them to be first at anything. They have first to get the good books in the school, or just money to our community, but they want us front of the line to take this vaccine. So I think when you look at that.
Yeah, man, it's how do I feel about? I understand why they got the little vaccine going on. And it's crazy because here we are, and I know that they have antidotes and recipes, whatever you want to call it. We got cancer that's out there, we got diabetes and everything else. But all of a sudden, quickly, when it's something that affects the whole entire world, they want to bring out this vaccine. So I'm kind of like, side-eyed, giving the side eye on this thing real quick, man. So I'm like, so y'all making this vaccine and stuff, man. So, and something else today, I got this text message earlier today, which kind of, I read between the lines of some things to try to catch things, So I'm not gonna say what hospital text me this, but I'm gonna tell y'all this is what it says. This happened like this morning before we start our podcast, which is crazy. It says, "Hi James, although not yet available to the public, certain hospital is actively preparing for the COVID-19 vaccine. We will text you information on how to schedule once adequate vaccines are received. Due to the quickly evolving nature of this situation, we ask that you not contact your doctor's office. Okay, but please visit our hospital of the COVID-19 vaccine website for most up-to-date information." Now, what threw me off a little bit is when it said, please, it said, in situation, we ask that you not contact your doctor's office.
Don't tell nobody.
It's just like, right? So, now, not putting anybody's personal business out, but I'm gonna put mine out there because I'm comfortable with talking about it. So of course, I dealt with, coronavirus earlier this year during the July 4th weekend. That's when it hit me. I thought I had a normal, regular head cold, and I went to go get my get screened for it on, I think, that Friday, the day before July 4th, if I'm memory serves me correctly. And they told me, they, did everything, a little swab and everything, and they took my temperature, and they said my temperature was high, and I'm thinking it's from the just from the little cold. Like the day before, I was at work, and they told me they sent me home because my fever was going up and down. I said, yeah, it's the head cold. Nah, go home, homie. So after I took the little swab test, a couple days passed, and they finally called me. I'm in Sonic drive-through. I'm eating a cheeseburger, and I'm like, this cheeseburger sort of don't taste right. And they called me. They called me. They said, "Yeah, you got the virus on me." So I was like, after that, everything just dropped. I was like, "Oh, this sucks, man." And I went through the whole little process. Had almost all the symptoms except for a couple of them. But I'm glad that I made through it. So since then, since I made through it, I've been good. I've been even safer than what I was before. So as far as the vaccine goes, whoo, man, like you said, Mike, some people about it, some people for it. And just like with this whole vaccine thing with the virus, everybody's body is different. Some people didn't have all the symptoms, some people have all the symptoms. Some people got no symptoms. Go ahead.
Exactly. And it's just like they came out with it too quick.
Yeah.
It's just too quick. Like, I mean, man, it's less than a year. I know the pandemic is just ripping through people, and I know that it's going to go through us. And really, if your immune system is poor, it's going to affect you a lot more. Because my wife, she had it, and we was just 14 days quarantine. We was here watching TV, and she made it through. She was only sick for like 2 days.
Yeah.
So I understand it. I get it, and I know that it's a hardship on everybody. But that was too quick. You don't want to try to fix one thing, then you end up hurting another thing, and then it just keeps going on and on and on. That's my whole take on it. So it's gonna be a no for me, homie.
Yeah.
Plus, I watch too many zombie apocalypse movies, and it's just.
I'm like, I'm gonna sit out this first wave. Like maybe that second, third wave of vaccine, July in the summertime. Maybe I'll consider it then. But like I still have a lot of distrust just for the current administration in general already. It's like you don't know if they just what they're trying to do and what their real intentions are. And I think a lot of people have that same distrust. So yeah, definitely not going to be one of the first to take it for sure.
Yeah, that is for sure. We're gonna let everyone else, let y'all, whoever wanna go first, y'all go, and then we're gonna be at our jobs, be like, hey man, how was it? You good? You good? So
okay.
Right, you all right? You good? Like, I'm just saying, man.
Something to do though, just make sure you keep your immune system up, vitamin D3, stuff like this.
Absolutely.
Work out, all that stuff your immune system. So you want your immune system to be as strong as possible during this time.
Yeah, totally agree with that. So
yes, sir.
I think for all of us on that note, on the whole coronavirus, the current event, that's pretty much is the biggest current event right now. We all are like, I don't want to speak for all of us, but I want to say it sounds like we're saying, y'all go take that virus first, that little vaccine first, and come tell your boys about it. Come tell the Three Kings, and y'all let us how y'all doing. How y'all doing?
Yeah. So. Yeah. And I'm gonna call in when I start hearing sounds of calling in. I'm going to academy first. I gotta stock up.
Right. Working out. I got May after run,
Damn. Telling you. Telling you, man. They ready, man. But also with that virus thing on, we talking about the stimulus checks as well. So I don't know if y'all got blessed that first stimulus check, but it sure would be nice to get a second one.
Yeah, it would. Yeah, it absolutely would.
Congress recently approved another stimulus, but I think it's not going to be, everyone's not going to get a $1,200 check. It's going to be like $300 extra unemployment for those unemployed.
Gotcha. So
because I'm one of the few that's been lucky to still been able to be employed during this whole pandemic. So I haven't really had to miss my check. But I know a lot more people that haven't been able to work. And it's tough, so I know that's going to help them.
yeah, it's tough out there, man. So hearts and prayers to everybody out there that are going through it financially. So keep fighting, y'all. Try to find anything and everything y'all can to try to stay afloat. That's hate that we all have to go through it. Hate that they have to go through it. That's worse than others. So I'm not as fortunate. So hearts and prayers, y'all. Y'all keep fighting. Stay strong. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are here at the podcast, the Acting Up Show. Introduce you to Chris again. Chris, say what's up to the people.
What's up, your boy, Big Chris? In the building.
All right. Mike, say what's up to the good people out there in the world, man.
What's going on, man?
That's what's up, man. So we just now starting this show off, man. We about to keep this show going strong. Our very first show. I'm still like a little kid, just like my other companions, my other two kings right beside me, man. Well, not beside, in their other homes. We are getting our
When this is all over.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We're gonna be in the studio, and then that's when it's really gonna get real.
Oh man, damn, bro.
Oh yeah.
It is going down. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead. What else we were talking about? We're talking about sports today. Sports world. We know the NBA preseason just got started last night. Some teams playing, but let's jump into the NFL first. Chris, how you feel about the NFL? What's going on in your mind, Brick homie?
It's so hard being a Texans fan. Oh my God. It's like you have to feel good about your team, and then like the best receiver and the best corner get suspended for pretty much the rest of the year. Yeah, it's frustrating. But I'm just watching football for my fantasy football points at this point. Come on.
Oh man, this water ain't strong enough for what's been going on in the for our teams, man. Let me hold on. Let me take a little.
Yeah, drink you some water, my good friend. Drink some water.
Yes, sir, man. So I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. I haven't watched a snap of football this season. I know I haven't. I don't know what it is. Like I just been heartbroken. I'm like, okay, so I'll root for Dallas Cowboys because that's my dad's team. I grew up. I thought Emmitt Smith was my uncle because my dad had Emmitt Smith all over his wall. Back in that time, that was Emmitt, that was Cowboys, Emmitt Smith, Troy Aikman, all them. But since I am from Houston, I root for Houston Texans, and I had a love-hate relationship with what they do. Man, oh my God, I would have fired Bill O'Brien that same day. I wouldn't much he wouldn't much touch the GM position at all.
Excuse me, don't fly back. You go ride somewhere else. Don't come back. Yeah, the Kansas City game. No, sir. You take a taxi cab back to Houston. We flying on the plane.
I'm saying, man, like, dude, I would right, even after that little fallout with the Chiefs and them last year with the playoffs.
Yeah,
we was all right there. We was like, oh man.
Oh no.
It takes you through so many emotions. And it's like, man, I feel like Arizona, when we traded the Andre Hopkins, they was like, wait, hey, he wants to trade DeAndre Hopkins. Oh, he did it. He got rid of DeAndre. Oh, snap. It was Merry Christmas for them. It's just like, we get by it because we got a few receivers in the time, so we still kind of decent. But then you see DeAndre Hopkins catch like the game-winning touchdown with like 5 people behind him. Like, yeah.
Dude. What we gonna do it, man?
It's like this, man. The NFL is at its unique time now because due to this COVID, it shows how professional and how you guys got to stick to the script. Because to be honest with you, 2 guys, 3 guys, 5 guys, even the team can ruin the whole NFL.
Yep.
So you have you have to show the discipline outside of the field. You know, like don't go to parties, wear your mask, go home. Simple and plain. Because if you don't, the schedule is just gonna be out of whack. If you haven't noticed, they got games on Wednesdays, Tuesdays, back-to-back games on Tuesdays. Like never. I have never experienced that ever, you know, since I started been watching football. So you know, and these teams, they losing their top starters to it. They losing their offensive line to COVID listing, the quarterback to COVID listing. Hey man, there was a game against the Saints and I forgot who else, Denver. They had no quarterback because all their quarterbacks was on COVID list. So it's like, who is gonna throw this ball?
Get the coach out there, man.
Who's gonna throw this ball? And it's now you know, the NFL is, hey man, we're not gonna baby you. It is what it is. You get out there, you compete. You signed up for it. Don't care what your record is. If you don't have a quarterback, too bad. Get the coach to do it, I guess. Whoever, somebody. It doesn't matter.
I thought the season would have got canceled right now, but you know, because they wouldn't bubble like the NBA.
Yep.
I'm surprised because there's a lot more moving pieces in the NFL, so I'm surprised they lasted this long.
Yeah, me and you both. I know how they. I'm trying to figure out how they did with baseball. I can't remember how they did it. I know they let. I can't recall how they did with baseball. I think
it was something like a bubble.
Something like okay.
Yeah, it was something like a bubble. Yeah.
Yeah, something like it. And but I mean, hey man, it is what it is. You gotta do these protocols. Don't do this, don't do that. Just follow the rules, man. And then
absolutely.
I mean, it's cool enough to the fact that they're trying to, the fact that they're losing money behind this stuff. I understand it, but they also trying to entertain fans and, you know, trying to have some type of, what's the word I'm looking for? Pretty much some type of continue. I know that ain't the word for it. Pretty much trying to live our lives the way how we normally would, with, you know, sports and these other events. Trying to do it in a safer way. But I mean, got some people out there that just saying, I don't care. They gonna try to live their life, and then you get the careless ones out there, and that's where we all gonna be a part of the zombie apocalypse, like Chris said. So
now, you know, and speaking of, you're absolutely right, James. Now, speaking of your Texans, your guys, Texans.
Okay? Ooh, boy.
It's gonna be okay. I gotta be humble. You know, man. I gotta be humble because I'm going to separate myself. Since 05 or 2005, Chris would tell you, okay, he's a witness. I have to talk my shit, excuse me, but I did not put this back here for a mistake. Let me flip this camera around. Lord Jesus, let me show y'all. This is not a mistake. You hear me? Excuse my feet, but yeah, we doing pretty good. We doing good.
Yeah.
Okay, we got our first loss, and you know we making it through, man. We gonna handle this, okay? Oh yeah, we gonna win. It's Super Bowl. It's 7, and you know what people gonna say? Oh well, they won it because of COVID. Oh man, we can't have anything, right? But it's okay. It's all right.
I say it's a tournament. Go that's the same way like it was with the Lakers. Like, I'm not a Lakers fan, but you got to give credit what's credit is due. It's a tournament. Show up, do what you're supposed to do, get in there and get it done, man. So hey, which I was so hot about. Oh my God, I've just been an upset, pissed off Houston fan.
I know it.
Like since Bill O'Brien, since the whole like everything. I'm like, right when you said we don't like when you said, hey, they trained DeAndre Hopkins. I'm like, man, fire that dude now, bro. Get out, like the whole front office. Just something. If I could fire the whole front office and bring somebody else in there, I'll be cool. But we can't do that. Oh, jeez, man.
The ups and downs of the team. DeAndre Hopkins, he must be talking about us. Deshaun Watson has really taken a big step though forward as a quarterback.
Yeah, that's one of the only positives. I applaud. He had a little mishap last game, but hey, you know, sometimes you're gonna be so perfect for so long or so good for so long. You're gonna make mistakes.
Yeah.
I ain't much gonna throw shade on that man's game for what he's taken on this whole season. Well, I tell you, if
a real professional, because
yeah,
some people would have went straight to social media and vent, and he's taking it all in stride. So yeah,
yes, sir.
shouts out to Deshaun Watson, man. That's the only good thing that's going, bro. They need to take care of that man. They need to build a team around him. You know, I saw a little quote when they said that he's like Michael Jordan before Phil Jackson came. So maybe one coach away.
Hey, that's you gonna need somebody riding the ship, man. So
yes, sir.
Promise y'all, if I had hair, it would have been damn near gone by now. Again, because dealing with these sports, I had to unplug for a minute, man. But
yeah, it's all good. But see, we don't have them problems. We don't got them problems over there. That's either here or there.
Man. Oh man, we're gonna have issues the first day on the podcast, man. Oh man, let's go to we're gonna get into basketball real quick before we get into the next thing we're gonna talk about. So I know the NBA preseason just started, kicked off. I didn't watch all the games. I was busy last night tackling some things. I did watch the highlights with the Houston Rockets. So did y'all catch any NBA games or get a chance to? I know it's preseason's preseason.
No. They went against the Bulls. No, I didn't see it.
Again, it's tough. You know, Houston. You know, it's a tumultuous. I have to say it like that. Tumultuous. Awesome.
The Rockets, man, I really do. I'm very confused. I like the Rockets and the Astros. Just the Texans is not my team, but Jesus, yeah, the Rockets, man. God damn.
Oh man, it's so. I'll say this, even though it's the first preseason game, I saw the highlights. People told me that the defense was pretty good, which is good because you know how D'Antoni was with his defense, but he had good people, they helped him with that defense.
Yeah.
So that's for people who was hating on the Rockets defense throughout the past years or whatever. We actually are solid and okay. So we got John Wall, of course. We was all skeptical about that because of injury history. We got DeMarcus Boogie Cousins. We was really skeptical of that. Big man and Achilles injuries, all that. You know, hey, then they traded Russ. No shade. You know what? How can I say this? I did not want Russ here. I appreciate him for being here. He is a great ball player, but I felt that we were good with Chris Paul.
You know what? I think I don't really think that it's it was the Russ's fault. I think maybe unpopular opinion, but James Harden. I mean, it's his style of play at this point. Like the coach that was for his type of offensive coach. He's had we had the White Hall in there. Chris Paul, Russell Westbrook, and it's just like his style of play is just not meshing with anybody. It has to be something that has to change there because it's just not working. It's not going to be sustainable.
Right. I agree with that. I was telling everybody that with from Daryl Morey to James Harden to the coaching staff, they wanted you to do it by threes or layups. If you had a big man, throw a lob pass to him. And you're not going to get it. They almost got it done, but they did get it done. And the reason why is because they're not shooting any mid-range twos. And anybody that has played basketball, we know for a fact that when you run up and down that court, you on these planes, you traveling or anything, you're going to need some extra strength in your legs.
Yes, sir.
Run back down to this side of the court, jack up a three, make it and not make it. You're going to need some extra endurance and stamina in them legs. And I got to run all the way back down there and defend like a Steph Curry or a Klay.
5 seconds or less.
Yes.
5 seconds or less.
I'm telling you, man. So I'm telling you, you're going to be feeling a little bit. I mean, I don't know if y'all, hey, man, I played basketball before. I was like, let me try this style of play real quick. And I'm not a good three-pointer. I'm not. However, I'm running back and forth. And I'm trying to jack it. I'm like, man, I start seeing double, bro. I'm like, man, what? I'm like, hold on, wait a minute, man. Like the dude, they want him leaving me open. So I'm like, man, y'all go here, take this, man. I'm shooting mid-range from now on. So
the thing with Mike D'Antoni, he's he's a great offensive mind coach. Great. I believe that he coached the greatest offensive. I mean, this is just my opinion.
Yeah.
Was the Phoenix Suns in the early 2000s? They shot so many threes, and it felt like everybody on that team could shoot threes.
Yeah.
And Dallas beat them in the Western Conference. And and ever since then, he hasn't been close, you know. And you know, he everywhere he goes, he implement that. He was with the Knicks. He tried it with the Knicks. I forgot who else. He was with the Lakers at one point too.
Yeah, he was.
Tried it with that. And with the Rockets, you know, he came close again with Chris Paul. And oh man, that was one hamstring away. Who knows? We would have won the title. And it still hurts to this day to see that. But I believe that Chris Paul was the person to tell James Harden no.
Yeah.
Like Mike D'Antoni says, yes, Chris Paul is the general. No. And he's a true point guard. Like, hey, man, calm down with the three. Like, I have seen James Harden dribble, double team, shoot from top of the key, and Tucker is right there on his spot, wide open. He passed up on passing that ball, and he made it. That's the bad part. He made it, because if he would have missed, maybe it's like, okay, that's a bad shot, but he made it.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So yeah, man. James Harden leaving is like, okay, he leaving.
Yeah.
You know.
I don't know what's gonna happen, man. The good thing about it is that, you know, we have players. Even when D'Antoni was here, since he first got here, you had players and pieces to get the job done. It's just the style of play that you had. Even like you said, when he was in Phoenix, he had the players to get it done. It's just your style of play. You need to throw in some range twos. You need to hold your team accountable. You need to show up some other type of plays to get it done, because you just right there. Chris Paul went out with a hamstring. You just got jacking up 27 threes. You got these other players that didn't know how to create their own shot. All you had was Harden, Eric Gordon. They could put the ball on the floor at that time. Now you finally got Ben McLemore. You got your John Walls. You got two bigs with DeMarcus Cousins and Christian Wood that put the ball on the floor. You got the pieces there, man. Stop playing around. Get back to work.
Stop
we gonna stop it right there before I go, because I'm gonna have my moment.
I know it.
I'm like, man, I'm saying, like I said, this water not strong enough, man. We like I have a good drink in a minute, man, and so I'm trying. We call this segment the Critics Corner. So when we talk about in the Critics Corner, we talk about movie, TV, and music. Not gonna lie to y'all, I've been slacking off on the music. I listen to a genre of everything. When I'm at work, I just listen to all the music, whatever I'm feeling, man. I'm just jamming. So let's see who's big into music right now. What's going on? What's hot in music industry right now?
You know, DJ Warden dropped his Christmas album. It's pretty much the same album as last year, just a new package. But it's this one version. He does this rendition of This Christmas to a bounce beat.
What? Okay.
Really?
All right, now, all right, yeah. Okay.
I like that. Bounce music is like universal. You could turn a country song into a bounce song. You know that? That's crazy.
Yeah, it's. I mean, you see a lot of the big artists now. Just bounce music is getting it just kind of time. Patriots dropped a new single, and 112 dropped a song called Fortress.
Really?
Yeah. Anthony Hamilton, he dropped a new single as well.
Oh, Chris, you own it, man. I'm still listening to something back in 05. You own it, Chris. I haven't even listened to the Temptations. This is Christmas out yet. I'm still on that.
Man.
Silent Night.
Man.
Man to the streets on that music. So, there's definitely some singles to check out that dropped this week. So yeah, I'm looking forward to just checking. But that Christmas album though, that's what I don't understand. That's like, hey, today.
I'm at the about to get up on that, man. I gotta get
I
up on
like
that.
it.
Like you said, on your silent night, Mike. I'm telling you, bro. I'm right there with
Yeah,
you,
that Silent Night. It's not Christmas until I hear it, man. I haven't heard it this month. I gotta get on it.
bro. Like I don't know. It makes me laugh every time during the holiday season. Like I made a post about that. I said, why is it that we just straight up skip over Thanksgiving? November
Hmm
1st, bro. I hit Walmart or whatever store. I hear Christmas music. I'm like,
Yeah.
"Dawg," like,
in that shopping mode.
bro, like they putting up the Christmas decoration. They put on this. I'm like, man, like y'all just we don't care about food no more. We
Mm-mm.
Music brings something to you. Like I went to the store yesterday for one rug. I found myself going like 4 or 5 stores. I'm just sitting around.
Yeah. I went to Family Dollar and they was playing Magic 102 and they played the Johnny Gill Christmas. I said, oh, it's Christmas now, homie.
oh yeah, it's
Oh
Christmas.
yeah, Magic 102 play. That is all.
Yeah, telling you, them temptations in my mind. I
Oh
want to
man.
be free. Oh, all right, man. Ooh, then the
Oh man.
background come in like, come on, y'all. Now I'm
Yeah.
watching Friday After Next now, just because of that.
You know, before we forget, R.I.P. Tiny Lister.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
R.I.P. Debo.
yes, that's something that we
What's the lady name from Maps?
got to talk about that. Let's go ahead and pay our respects now and get a moment of silence for Tiny Lister and also Natalie Dessel Reed. Natalie Dessel Reed passed away at 53. If you do not know who she is, she was on Babs, she was on Set It Off, she was on the Players Club, multiple other things. She was just now getting out there. I think she was on Tyler Perry's, is it The Big Happy Family? I think she was on that, if I'm not mistaken. If I did, I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. But she passed away at 53. And also Tiny Lister, Debo,
Yeah.
man, the very first bully of everyone's bully, passed away.
Everybody's boy.
Man,
I
60.
used to put my chain when I was a kid, like, you know.
Yeah. Oh man,
Yep.
Mhm.
man.
Yep.
So let's talk.
He created a name in school when somebody hits you. Oh, you got Debo.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh
back in the
man.
bus. Debo.
Oh Debo.
Yeah, man. Oh my gosh, that dude. So many memories. Of course, we all know he was in wrestling for a bit. He was in Zeus, but a little history fact. Little, not everybody know. One of my coworkers. It's crazy. He was saying that his mom had him, Tiny Lister, as one of her bodyguards back in the day. And I was like,
Wow.
yeah. I was like, what? I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. I mean, I wish he could have showed me pictures and everything, but that's way before his time, of course. But he pretty much had a effect on everyone. You know, Ice Cube said he can turn to his character with a drop of a hat. You know, just to, get some smiles or scare people and laugh and joke around after that, man. So big shout out to Tiny, man. He will be missed. He, Now, as far as Natalie Dessel Reed, she was also in Eve, the TV show. I don't know if y'all remember that.
She played the friend.
Yeah, yeah, she
Oh man.
was, and it's funny too. It's a YouTube channel called Comedy Hype that I follow,
Hmm
and it's crazy. Like they just now talked about it. It's a segment where they talk about Not Forgotten on Comedy Hype News, and they talked about her, and they talk about pretty much people in the black community, comedians, and everyone else that we haven't seen for a while. And she's been doing a couple plays or other things to try to keep us, just do some things. I think she has something else going on soon, about to come out recently, but because of I think she passed away from
Oh,
was it the same thing,
oh,
colon cancer. There you go. I was trying to get it.
Oh.
Same thing that took out our Black Panther, T'Challa, Wakanda Forever. Boy, I don't want to get into, man, I'm gonna start crying, man. But big shout out to Natalie Dessel Reed, her and her family, hearts and prayers to them as well. She passed away at the age of 53, from what I'm reading right here. Hope that's correct. If not, then I do apologize.
no.
She left a impression on us as well too with comedy, with being, especially with being in Babs, being alongside
hmm
Halle Berry. We all remember that one, uh, with the ridiculous hairdo and everything. So big shout out to her, Natalie Dessel Reed. You will also be Miss Queen. Rest easy, and Hey, big shout out to him. Big hearts, big prayers to him. So let's continue to get into this segment. Get back into my notes here. So I know Chris been waiting on this, man. We talking about the what's going on in with the Marvel news, with the movies and films. Man. You want to go ahead and talk about that? Go ahead, man.
Yes, I love the Marvel movies. So Marvel had a big announcement this week. Disney in general had a big announcement. I know. Well, first, everybody that's into the Star Wars stuff, they come out with like a bunch of Star Wars like series and movies. So they dropped all that yesterday. And then they also dropped the next few Marvel movies that's coming out. Like they're doing a Fantastic Four movie. They're doing Galaxy of the Guardians. Yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy. There we go.
Here we go.
Another holiday movie actually. But most importantly, out of She-Hulk, Hawkeye, Captain Marvel 2, but then they're also doing like an Ironheart movie. And Ironheart is a fairly new character, kind of developed around 2015. The thing about that character is it's a Tony Stark's protege, young black girl, very smart. And so a lot of people are excited about Ironheart to see that coming to the big screen.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that. And then Disney also dropped one more. They announced, I forgot to tell you guys that in pre-show, but they announced they're going to do a Sister Act 3 that's already in production. With Mary attached to it.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, dead man. I'm looking
That's
forward
cool.
to all
It's like HBO Max has the Snyder cuts that's coming out for Justice League, and that's coming out earlier this year. I'm really ready to see that, and it's like Disney was like, "Okay, watch this."
Slug,
that's
man.
nice. Yeah.
Slug, bro. Like they own it, man. I love both Marvel and DC. More Marvel, because of that's just what I grew up on. All I knew
Right.
was Batman, Superman, and then found out they had this whole big universe, Flash and everybody else. Very cool characters, very cool. I'm looking forward to all of it. I'm just like you, Chris, just like you, Mike. Just looking forward to them. They have like a plethora. Like y'all saw that big old page with like how you saying they got this with She-Hulk and with Ironheart and they both, and of course they had the DC fandom earlier this year that I spoke about on my channel as well, and I didn't get a chance to talk about the other things as well too, but it feels like both DC and Marvel coming with some heat, both of them.
Yeah, they coming with some fire, but Marvel, man, they rollout is planned 5 years ahead of everybody. Like, with this whole end game, this was in May in 2008. If I'm not mistaken, then excuse me, but this wasn't just thought of like that. This was like, this is gonna happen, that's gonna happen, this gonna happen. Then when it's all over, here's his rollout. Everything is so planned and by the book and 1, 2, 3 with them. And it's like DC is okay. They gotta take a step back. Okay. End game is over. Thank God. Okay.
Breathe, man.
Breathe.
Right. Like DC, they need to take a note from their television universe, the Arrowverse, because I like the Arrowverse. That's well done. But whatever they do in movies is garbage.
Yeah, man. It took them I was talking to my friend about man.
Garbage.
Dude, it's like, so their cartoons are straight to DVD releases.
Yeah.
Perfect. They awesome. Like,
yeah,
they awesome. And it's just like, we want y'all to emulate that and put that into your movies. Yeah. It's like they're so busy worried about, we all been there before where we're worried about what somebody else is doing. So let them try to catch up.
Yeah.
And so when you do that, it doesn't fall in right. So what happened with Justice League
was terrible. Oh
Yeah,
my God, it
I
was
know.
garbage can juice.
Yeah, man. Oh my gosh. And we know homeboy had to, step back because I think his daughter passed away.
Yeah, his daughter passed away. I don't know what happened, but it was an unexpected death, and she
Yeah,
passed away. And I think that was his assistant or someone that was close up to the project that knew the project, and he took it into his own, and it was just absolutely terrible.
yeah. And what made me question it is that, so who was it that they gave the keys to? Was it Feige? No, not Feige. They didn't give him the keys to it. It was the other guy that works with Marvel Films. Okay, so I understand, we one big happy family, but it's like I'm not gonna give my keys to my rival. Boop, here you go. I want you to direct this for me while I take care of family business. You would think that the person will have a heart. I don't want to get too. I don't know the full story, but this is from what I read and what I've heard. But it's like, why would you give the keys to one of your comic book rivals and expect them to do things the way that you would want to do? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
let's say,
sabotage.
yeah, like if all three of us working on a project and one of us, or both of us, have to step away to take care of personal business, but you don't have everything with how you want, with how the person wants to direct it, how the view, the camera angle, the jokes, and everything else. And so I think that's what happened. And then on top of that, you give it to your keys to your rival, like, oh yeah, yeah, go ahead, do this real quick. And that's where it's just like everything didn't hit home the way it was supposed to hit home. So
Right.
so yeah.
Missed to say, but I'll mention this. Um, have you all seen Welcome to the Spider Verse, the comic version?
Comic version,
No.
man. I
Otherwise,
got,
it looks like they're going to be doing the live action version Spider-Man 3 because Tobey Maguire, they've seen him getting ready. The other Spider-Man, Andrew, what's his name? Andrew something.
Andrew Garfield.
Really?
Andrew
Yeah,
Garfield, yeah.
and the other,
That's crazy.
yeah. So they're gonna be Welcome to the Spider-Verse.
Dude, that Spider Man.
This boy Disney, oh my God.
Yes.
Disney do my taxes.
I want to buy some stocks with them or something, bro.
God
Dude,
dog.
that boy Mickey Mouse running the whole shebang, man. He over there, Mickey over
That's
there.
crazy.
Mickey Mouse rubbing his hands like Birdman right now, boy.
Oh yeah.
The
Oh yeah.
Sister Act 3, that's going straight to Disney Plus.
That's going straight to Disney. I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, that's already in production. Whoopi Goldberg signed on. Tyler Perry's going to direct.
Yeah,
I'm skeptical about that. I'm like, some stuff, quit touching stuff. I don't know about the third one. It was cool. Two was good.
yeah. I thought about that too. Me and a couple people talking about that. Cause I spoke about that not too long ago. I heard it was a rumor that and I spoke about it, but then when it came to fruition yesterday, I'm like, they really doing it. And I'm like, what is she going to, I mean, time has passed.
It'll be the nun, and there'll be a new person hiding. She helping that person. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Just don't like have it too dramatic. I love Tyler Perry, man. Tyler Perry movies is awesome. His TV shows, but that was more of a comedy.
But you know,
Both of them was, you
it's
know.
flavor. He does plays and stuff. So they merge that into something different. So we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
What else is going on? Of course, we got to talk about the Spider Verse. That's my God. They just
That's crazy. Yeah, Chris, you dropped the bomb on that, man. Because I saw rumors on Instagram, but it never was like that was going to be confirmed. But that's crazy.
I mean,
They going.
it's not confirmed that that's what they're doing, but you can only assume because all the other Spider-Man and the main Emma Stone, I think it was, Kirsten Dunst and the Toby getting suited up and so it's like everybody see what's happening, it's gonna happen. And then, what is confirmed is, did you all watch Daredevil on Netflix?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're bringing the Daredevil lawyer, can't forget his name, but he's gonna be in Spider-Man 3 as the lawyer.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm like a little kid.
Wow.
Charlie Cox did his thing as Daredevil, bro. Like, and I know they have the kingpin of that series, the Vincent D'Onofrio. I know they said they have like a petition out. He said he want a petition to get out so people can continue to push for that show. Because now that Marvel has all the rights to their characters that was on the Netflix show, and there's all their rights to their characters, period. They trying to see how they can integrate those characters into everything else.
They will Punisher. They're gonna keep the same Punisher though.
Yeah, same Punisher.
Man, I was just gonna say that. Where's the Punisher? Come on, Disney, with that fire, man. That's my favorite character. Where's the Punisher? And I was so upset that they cut the second season. I haven't even finished it because they're not coming out with a third. They never came out with a third season. So what's the point in finishing the second season?
So they're talking about bringing that to like really the Punisher.
They Punisher, Luke Cage.
Yeah.
That Luke Cage, like people was talking about that second season of Luke Cage wasn't all that. I actually liked it. I like it. It had its moments. It has moments.
The ending was kind of but Nathan Bates' first season was so good. Though. You got to think about it. Like Herschel Ali, his performance as a villain in that first season. I feel.
They got same thing with Jessica Jones. I like the first season more of Jessica Jones. The last two seasons, I don't know if y'all watched it, but first season Jessica Jones was dope to me. They try and bring her into things, which is good. See, and that's the thing, because like, what's that show called? Marvel's Agents of Shield. I got to finish doing that. I got to finish watching that last season that came out this year. Yeah, so what I wanted from Marvel's Agents of Shield, I wanted them to take the heroes that they weren't using in the films and put them on Marvel's Agents of Shield. You know what I'm saying? Like they did Mockingbird on there, they did Deathlock, some other heroes and other anti-heroes that nobody really probably, fans that don't know other comics, they put them in Marvel's Agents of Shield, but they didn't have the
Ghost Rider.
Yeah, they put Ghost Rider in there. He was Ghost Rider on Marvel's Agents of Shield. He was dope. Yeah. He was dope. I liked how they did that, but then they had to stop it because they ran out of budget and brought him in the last episode of that season. But
do a spinoff off of Daisy's character on there.
Oh yeah, that's right. Forgot about that.
I hope that's what happens, and they can use that to bring more. Because now it's like you can't really just Shield is pretty much around in across the platform. So maybe they'll take it up a notch.
Hopefully, man. They gonna be good for quite some time. Upcoming years. I hope I get cast on them. I don't care if what you want me to be an extra. What you want me to do? Get blown up or something?
Yeah. I just stand there. I'm gonna stand there. Yeah. Can you cast me just to stand there in one of these rollouts you have, Disney? It had to be. I could fall or something. Right? There you go.
Oh, what's up, Hulk? Man, like I don't know. Like just give me something. Like what you? They just. Even for DC, because DC they starting to I don't know if y'all got a chance to see DC fandom, but they come with some heat too. They're really
The Rock seems like he's going to be the one to save DC. Well, DC don't need saving, but they need that extra. Like, boom. Yeah. Wonder Woman's coming out on Christmas, and my wife, she's looking forward to see that. So, and then they have the Snyder cuts. And Black Adam doesn't have a release date, but it's like when The Rock is on something, is a guarantee it's gonna be good. Because The Rock doesn't sign to do anything BS, and he's taking full control over this.
Yeah.
In a way. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to see Black Adam.
Moving on that TV side, they recast the Black Batman because the first one left.
Yeah.
So now it's the girl that's from, I can't think of her name right now, but she's on like what's that show that used to be on CBS? God Friended Me.
That's where she's from. I was trying to figure that out too. Okay.
A couple other stuff. I think she's on Family Business. That's on BET.
Okay.
That's as that one. So I'm interested to see how that goes.
Yeah.
There's rumors about the guy that played John on Arrow that he may come in as Green Lantern in the CW series.
I'll be here for it if they do it. I'll watch it.
Yeah, so
I'll watch it.
That's cool, man.
Yeah. I watch, yeah, because they're doing, they know what they're doing. They really starting to hit their stride and doing things the right way with Wonder Woman, with Shazam, Aquaman. Despite Amber
Mm-hmm.
Heard and all her BS she got
Yeah.
going on with that right now, uh, um,
Yeah.
they got the Batman going with what's his name? I can't think of his name right now. Pretty much with what's that?
Um,
I can't think of it. Why am I
what's
drawing?
that guy? Twilight. What is Robert Pattinson?
There you go. I was trying to think of his name. No shade to Robert Pattinson. You were a very phenomenal actor. I know they got that going. They trying to get that done. I know they said he didn't want to work out, but man, get to work. So it's a lot.
Batman doesn't have a belly.
No, no.
He doesn't have love handle.
Man, Batman, you roll up with a stuff. Oh, bro, it's on, bro. Like
They won't take you seriously in Gotham City, Batman, if you run out of breath.
Boy, you roll up with a man with a stomach Batman, like, bro, what's going on, man? Come on now. I thought that trailer was dope too, by the way.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like Batman just gets darker and darker. It's crazy. It's gonna be weird how the ratings gonna be, how they gonna either it's gonna be mature or not, because they said that they had to cut a lot off of Dark Knight because it was just it wasn't going to catch that PG-13. And when movies are done, they have to go through a rating process, and some of the stuff they have to get cut. Like no, you want this rating PG-13? Nope, because Deadpool's comic book rated R, it did good. But those comic book rated R movies, they really want the kids because they know that's billions of dollars right there, man. That's money. So
they know
it's gonna be crazy to see, because Batman just keeps getting darker and darker.
Yeah, man. I thought it was funny from that Batman trailer when it first aired.
Yeah.
And I don't know if y'all remember that one scene where that one henchman, it was all them little bad guys right there. And that one henchman ran up and said, who you supposed to be? And homeboy walked up, he just do. Looked at him fully, boom, just broke him down. I was shocked, but then when I watched it the second time, I was like, how y'all just sit back and watch y'all homie get beat up? Like all his friends is right there. Y'all let this one man beat him up. It's like that ain't right to me, man. So like I am vengeance. So
no matter what Gotham they show, who keeps moving? I would never want to live in Gotham.
No,
I was thinking that, man. I would never live in Gotham City. I have to get me a PPE loan or something from Donald Trump. I got to move.
You gotta go.
I can't stay here. I got to go. Who would ever? Oh, it's like going to the store. The Joker then robbed the store and then killed 10 people. Okay, I can't go there. Go to the mall. The Riddler's in the mall. Oh shit.
Mr. Freeze up and freezing everybody. Man, the name was
Mr. Freeze. It's summertime. It's cold as shit. Oh, Mr. Freeze is out. Oh god damn.
all these doggone plants and poison ivy, man. You just trying to water your plant, you cutting roses and stuff, and she get mad at you like, dog. I'm like, what is wrong with y'all?
Exactly.
That's
a traffic thing.
Like, I'm not staying here.
I'm not staying here, man.
Oh man, but speaking of Batman, former director Christopher Nolan of the Batman series rips HBO Max as the worst streaming services, denounces Warner Brothers' plan. This is from the Hollywood Reporter. So I know we all know, we as fans, we got excited when we saw that HBO Max was taking on all these films for all 2021. I know y'all excited. I'm excited. The fans are excited. But however, I was side-eyeing. I was like, but behind the scenes now, somebody gonna be highly upset and pissed off to the pissed off festivity. And who is that? HBO Max and Christopher Nolan and everyone else that had these films. Well, the majority of them. So this article reads, I'm gonna try to abbreviate a little bit. So it says on Hollywood Reporter reports, to many insiders, Warner's Media's blindsiding of talent and their reps with news that it will send 17 films directly to HBO Max to 2021 felt like an insult. Whew.
Wow.
So
fire.
I am telling you. So it says For many in the movie business, producers, directors, stars, and their representatives, on December 3rd, 2020 is a day that will live in infamy. Some of our industry's biggest filmmakers and most important movie stars went to bed the night before thinking they were working for the greatest movie studio and woke up to find out that they were working for the worst streaming services. Filmmaker Christopher Nolan, whose relationship with Warner Brothers dates back to Insomnia in 2002, said in a statement to The Hollywood Reporter, added Nolan, Warner Brothers had an incredible machine for getting a filmmaker's work out everywhere, both in theaters and in the home, and they are dismantling it as we speak. They don't even understand what they're losing. Their decision makes no economic sense. And even the most casual Wall Street investor can see the difference between disruption and dysfunction. It's a long article. Like I said, it's on the Hollywood Reporter. So pretty much we all know what he's talking about. Like we said, with the films going to it. Sorry, I thought I heard something. Like I said, we as fans we excited. We looking forward to it. We haven't seen any. We know how it's been on the movie theaters. AMC been shutting down.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes you go to a drive-in movie theater. It might not be the same because you got to deal with bugs or whatever. You want to hear it. People running in front of the screen and everything while you're trying to enjoy from the car. Eat your popcorn. Popcorn don't taste the same as it is from the carpool and the car. I mean, it ain't the same, man. These Twizzlers not the same. These M&M peanuts not the same. So.
Well, they're trying to, but you know, that's gonna be the future of movies going straight to the streaming services at this point. And it's, I can see what he's saying. Why did they just decide just to stick with just one, you know, HBO Max instead of letting it spread across several? You know, so that's more, you know, that's better and all. But you know, there's so much competition now between streaming services. There's so many streaming services like. They got Peacock now. They got, you know, they got so many different things popping up. It's like, man, I don't need cable. I might as well just cut the cord.
Right.
Yeah, like who needs cable anymore?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except for our internet services. That's the only.
Yeah.
That's the only. That's the only reason why. But I mean, it's crazy because you know, same thing with what was the movie we were supposed to see that came out? Black Widow. We was waiting on Black Widow. We was
November.
We was waiting on Candyman.
Oh, don't say it, man. No, man.
I ain't gonna say too much because I don't want the man to appear behind me. I ain't gonna say. Man, I'm like, ain't no
listen, I was so disappointed, man. Like me and my wife was planning that day out to go see it in October, and I remember I was just on my Xbox and I was on a web browser for some reason and it popped up saying Candyman delayed. I clicked on it and the director said that it wouldn't be justified for the audience to release it where there's not a lot of people can go to the theater. So 2020 is going to be their projected year to release it. But come on, man, this virus is not going anywhere anytime soon just because it's, the change of the year is still going to be here. I was so hurt.
That's Jordan Peele's directing.
Yeah. And everything that Jordan Peele touches, because I seen Antebellum not that long ago for the first time. Oh my God. It's crazy. And I was looking forward for this movie. Like I mean, when I first heard that Jordan Peele was doing it, it was a go.
Yeah.
It was a go. It was an absolute go. Well, he's not doing it, he's producing it. It's different from Get Out and Us. But man, anything with Jordan Peele on it is a go, bro. And it's like Candyman and Jordan Peele. What more can you ask for? But it's been delayed so many times, man, COVID. And it's just interesting to see how 21 is going to be with all these movies that supposedly had came out in 2020, now it's coming out in 21. Yep. This virus is not going anywhere, ladies and gentlemen, if we already don't know. The theaters are safe to go, but it's just they looking for that broader audience. They want broader people to go, but it's just like, come on, man.
Yeah.
You know, the streaming service is winning out here. So
I should invest some stock into HBO Max or Netflix or Hulu or something, man. Because like you said, this virus not going.
Voodoo. Yeah.
All of them,
it's
man.
Not going nowhere, brother.
No, at all. It's like, hey, what's up? What's up, Corona? You right here? Yeah, right next to you, probably. But I mean, it's It's crazy.
Yeah, it's gonna be bringing in the new year with us. Hey, Happy New Year! Corona's back there getting drunk. Happy New Year!
Got that shirt on. Like, man, yeah, hey, about to be your year, about to be my year too, man.
Yeah. New me, new you. Yeah, me too. I'm coming right with you.
Man.
The one that gets me is I see the meme or the little video gift where it's like, what if you hear at 11:59, 2020, me here. The best two I seen was welcome to round 2 of Jumanji.
Man, that's crazy. This thing been ridiculous, man. It really is crazy. Like since Kobe Bryant passed away, and it just hit the ground running with the whole virus. And this year, see, my take on this year is like, well, I see what people. Well, I ain't gonna say I see what people go through in prison, but when you confined and quarantined for so long, I mean, I had a conversation with my friend saying like, did we do this last year or this year? I'm like, man, I can't much remember. It felt like this like 5 years instead of 1 full year because we haven't been really enjoying to our fullest because of this virus, man.
Yes, sir.
And but getting back to the point of entertainment, like they putting these on the streaming services, it's kind of like you have to because you holding up the process of everything. I know Marvel and DC wants to get to it because they have certain things going on their timelines with this happened for this timeline, that timeline, this show, that show, and this movie and that movie. And then everybody else in the entertainment, they're like, they're good, well off financially. But however, us as fans, you gotta keep us entertained some kind of way because what happens when you don't have anything to do?
Pandemonium.
Yes.
If the internet goes down, oh God, that's shit is going to hit the fan.
It's going down, bro.
That's it.
If you don't find something to do productive with your life, either I'm gonna find a new skill to do, or for the people who's crazy, I don't know. What was that? It was a Simpsons. See, this Simpsons predict everything.
The Simpsons need to be canceled. They need to stop manifesting negative shit.
Man, dude, let me tell you something, man. I thought about this. So we all know how the Simpsons are. They predict everything. But there was a Halloween episode of the Simpsons where Homer went to this way back when we was kids. Where Homer went, it was like a spoof off of The Shining.
Yeah.
And Homer was stuck in there with his family at the hotel. For Mr. Burns. Homer lost all beer, food, TV. That boy Homer went nuts, bro. So that's gonna be all of us. Like no beer, no drink, no TV, no nothing to entertain us, nothing to keep us. Somebody gonna snap, and it's gonna be the purge in real life or something like that. Like hey man, I'm taking you out because I ain't got nothing. I don't know. Somebody going crazy, but I just pray and hope not. The real apocalypse.
When God cuts I hear you, God. I hear you loud and clear, Lord. The internet is down. I hear you, Lord. You better start repenting. Boy, when people don't have anything to do, they're gonna find something to do. And I hope it's on a positive note. And I hope we all can. I really hope. Yeah, you got some nuts out there, man. Florida, it's going down in Florida. Florida always got something going on. So, anyways, man, entertainment wise, yeah, I hope they go ahead and release these films out, man. They not hurting these people in Hollywood or whatever, not hurting too bad where they can't make up the financial income and pay these celebrities and everybody else. Yes, sir.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we call this segment Acting the Fool. This is a segment where we take our time out to see who is acting a fool, who's acting an ass, who's being a jackass, who's being something stupid. This one right here, it hurts me to do it. It hurts me, it pains me too, but I have to. I don't have to, but I kind of have to because it just doesn't make any sense. So this person just made history today. James Harden.
Oh, man.
You my boy, James. You my boy. I met you in person. You was cool people when you first got in there. Took a picture, 2 beers. You said mine's is authentic. I said, yes, it is, sir. You cool as, I mean, I appreciate you for opening up your own restaurant here called Number 13 in Houston. I appreciate you for the hard work that you do in the community, and you have done a lot for us here in Houston. So, what Steven Jackson did say, about you not being behind a black coach when you finally get a young black coach, yeah, I see what he's saying about that. And I also do see about how he's saying that you need to get back to work, man. So here is you asked for, you finally came to Houston. We all praised you in open arms as a sixth man from OKC. We know for a fact that you was a party man. We knew, we accepted it. We defended you and everything else. We love you, Beard. People in Houston love you, man. You have gotten us, you have had your moments where you shine bright during the normal season, regular season, and then you have your moments in the playoffs where you still perform at a high level, but it's just your style of play, sir, that kind of takes things off you. So you kind of should, fix your style of play a little bit. But hey, you the player, not me, so you know what you're doing. The coaches know what they see. Hey, it is what it is. However, sir, there are times when you have, come up a little bit short in the playoffs. All the greats have, you have as well too. But what we want from you is to get your ass to work, sir. That's what we need. That's what we all would like for you to do. It may be from a different team. It may be our team. However, you did receive the same protocols, the same rules that every other NBA player have received during this whole pandemic. Do not go to clubs. Do not go to this. Do not go to that. Yes, you can do these other things to entertain yourself and do other things to work on your game, to do this other, anything you can do. However, you decide to choose to go for titties instead of titles. We know you like.
Oh man.
Hey, it is what it is. But we need you to bring that trophy home to us, if you can. You have John Wall here, who also has come off a big injury. Yes, we heard that you have spoken to him, but we keep hearing these different things, sir. We keep hearing about, I don't know, you talked to John Wall spoke to you, but you didn't speak to the front office. I understand you may have some feelings towards the front office. We don't know what's going on. We wish you would come out and say what's going on, but you don't want all that, heat coming towards you. You have always been the man who try to keep business professional. Hey, you handle your business, you do your thing, which we really do appreciate you for. You try to keep drama to a minimum, a very bare minimum, which is cool, which is dope. However, how else can I say this? You have DeMarcus Cousins here, who's just coming off an injury. Yes, he has been gone but he looked good in the preseason game. John Wall looked good in the preseason game. Eric Gordon looking in shape. He's ready to go. Gerald Green, you got off the street a couple of years ago, who my brother-in-law said he saw him at Chipotle eating. And the next day, he got picked up to Houston Rockets. And we call Gerald Green the ambassador because of what he has been doing for Houston, Texas, and what he has been doing. So, for the past years, you have asked for Chris Paul to come through. You almost made it. I just wish you wouldn't have switched up your style of play, stop shooting up 27 threes, and do some mid-range. But it's all right. There's neither here nor there. What has happened has happened. We are hurt as Houston Texans fans, and as Houston Texans, the football team. We ain't going to get into that. We're going to keep it going. So, with that being said, James Harden, I know it's a step right. We love you as a fan, man. I really hope that you do come back this season, because it wouldn't really make sense to go to the Brooklyn Nets. Get your ass to work. I'm done. James Harden just made history for Just Acting Up podcast. Thoughts, gentlemen? Mike, do you have any thoughts on this closing segments?
The great Teddy Pendergrass said it best. Looks like I gotta let her go. It's looking for love, TKO. If you don't want to be here, you got to go, man. You can't force no one to have passion. You understand? My son want to play basketball. I said, son, you can go out there and shoot 50 shots, but if you don't have that heart, you got to go. Not to say that James Harden don't have heart, but he just don't have heart in the city no more, my brother. We just got to face reality with that. James Harden, he has to move on. If that's what he wants, got to give it to him. Now, the Rockets can say, it don't matter. Your contract is not up. You got 2 years, you play. But how would that be with the team? Chemistry. Got to think about it. let's take away from basketball. Let's go into football just a little bit. My team, right behind me, we had a problem 2 years ago, an issue. His name was Antonio Brown. Woo! Oh, Antonio Brown was so talented, bro. He was #1 wide receiver. Then we had another little problem, Le'Veon Bell. We had Le'Veon Bell, Juju Smith-Schuster, I'm sorry, and Antonio Brown, and we still had Ben Roethlisberger. But did we win a championship? No, because of that locker room was just in chaos. If the locker room is in chaos, I don't care if you have Michael Jordan, Scottie Pittman, Kobe coming off the bench, James Harden, and LeBron James and Steph Curry. You can have all of them on your team. You're not going to win. Plain and simple. Case in point, the Clippers. They didn't want to be in the bubble. They was going to be the anti-LA to take out the Lakers. What happened? It's the locker room. So I say all that to say this. If James Harden is in threat and in danger of destroying the chemistry of that locker room, because mind you, Cousins and Wall have never played with each other. So they have to gel with each other. But if James Harden don't want to be here, he's going to stop that relationship before it even starts. And they got a new coach. And they got a GM. Hey, man. Let her go, man. Just let it go. That's what Houston got to do. Let it go.
He KO.
That's why he gets acting the fool this week. I got nothing.
Yep.
I wash my hands of this.
This fight is not yours, it's the Lord.
Jesus take the wheel. Take it.
You got somebody that's a candidate for acting the fool this week?
I don't have a name to the face, but there's a lot of crazy things going on out here. I've been going through it personally myself, the PS5. There was a young man, poor guy. He's going to learn a good lesson in life. I hope he bounce back and not take his hateful towards other people because of his situation, what happened to him with a PS5. Long story short, he ordered a PS5 from eBay for $978 to be exact. He got it back in high anticipation. Like, finally, man, I got a PS5. Oh, God, it's going to happen. He opened up the box. What happened? There was a cinder block inside of the box. Oh, my God.
You still fall for that?
They still fall for that.
Woo. That's an old school hustle right there.
Check my temperature, Lord.
Like next show, especially if you gotta take the
oh my gosh. Oh my
but fortunately for this young man, 38 years old, Utah, he got his money back. His money back. That's a good thing. eBay has this protection plan. So you got to be careful with scammers, man. This is the holiday season, and it feels like that 2020 people's hearts are blown in their back. Now, if they can see if they can get something out of you, they're going to go for it. The compassion is out the window. So, yeah, man, just be careful. And the guy that did that, my friend, if you ever stumble across this YouTube, you are acting a plain fool. Plain fool. And, man, karma is real. It has your address. Believe that. So, all the scammers and then the scalpers and you selling these PS5s for $1,500 and the Walmart employees that is lying about inventory and they got it in the back and I'm getting off from work and I haven't got no sleep. It's 6 o'clock in the morning and it's cold and I gotta do homeschool with my son. I can go on and on. It's never been this hard to buy something for $500. I mean to buy for $500, not give me $500. I'm trying to purchase something for $500. I digress, man.
Man,
I've been going through it.
They say it's hard out here for a pimp. Trying to get money for the rent.
I'm about to put some black Air Forces on. Somebody's gonna give it up.
Oh my goodness, man. Uh, going through it this year, man. We're going through it this year. And speaking of
Yeah.
going through it, man. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting ready to close in a few, but before we close, we're going to talk about this one segment called The Balancing Act, where we talk about mental health. Like I said earlier, we've been going through it this year, 2020. We all claimed at the beginning of this year that 2020, I mean, just like we all said, it's gonna be our year. I don't do any New Year's resolutions. I'm that type of guy that I just like whatever I said, I plan it out and I go for it. I just put into work. But despite of me trying to do my own accomplishments as well as Chris and Mike, we're all three individual kings, our own self, and we try to do our best to handle things the best way we can. So it's been a lot this year with the killing of seeing our black brothers and sisters being killed in front of our eyes, with police shootings. Shout out to the good police officer, to the good, great police officer to do their job the right way. I also spoke to someone not too long ago and it was an elder woman who told me that her father, he worked on the force for 32 years, I believe, or 20 plus years, if memory serves me correctly. And he was able to arrest people, apprehend, not kill or hurt or anything, but apprehend the individual without killing them, hurting them. He would use his words. And to me, that felt great. It made me feel good hearing that she said that her dad, her father, who was on the force for 20 plus years, were able to apprehend individuals throughout his whole time by using his words. And whenever that person and he would keep in contact with the individual, he would talk to the individual while they're in jail or whatever. He'll check on, talk to them, help them get a job, et cetera, et cetera. And so it will come to a point where her father and herself be walking down the street, and some random person like, "Hey, how you doing?" Like, "Hey, what's up?" And they come up, give them a hug, say, "How you doing? How your family?" Yada yada this, yada yada that. "Hey, you look good. You look healthy." And then that person going about their way, and his daughter would ask him, "Hey, who was that?" "Oh, just somebody I arrested back in 2005. They was doing this, doing that." And it's funny, but that he said that, but also at the same time, it's great to hear that he apprehended this person and gave him another day to live and make their life right. Now, I understand that in this cold, cool world that we live in, there are some situations where you have no choice but to use your deadly force. Use a gun. Maybe you have to use your taser. Maybe you have to use some other force. I'm not going to say deadly force, or just use something to get this person to comply. But it's become a dark, negative effect on myself, all three of us as a black man, that we have to go out our house and have to deal with these certain situations. I was a security guard at one point, and I used to work at a psych ward where I had to use my words to calm individuals down. And I'm talking about at a psych ward, just like on the street with these police officers, it can go from 0 to 60 to 100 to 1,000 and steady escalating. And then you're in some mess. So working with these people at the psych ward, just using my words and seeing what they're going through, seeing what their family members going through. Mental health is very important, people. We deal with it each and every day. So I would say that if you have something going on mentally, that's something that's bothering you, or just anything that you feel you need to get off your chest. Of course, we do have our friends and family members, but also that therapist is there for a reason. So if you had to talk to that therapist, you have to talk to somebody, get yourself some help the best way you can. Chris, Mike, do y'all have any thoughts on mental health?
No, I just agree. It's telehealth, teletherapy. They can do it through Zoom, just like we do our show doing Zoom right now.
Yeah.
And with coronavirus, a lot of people that's been in the house, a lot of people lost their jobs. It's tough out there for folks. So definitely having an outlet, because we don't have that social interaction like we once had. Everything was open, or everything was normal, and we're not going back to whatever normal was, so we're gonna have a new normal. So definitely, this who knows how long things will be in this state. So definitely having someone else outside of your circle to talk to you about things, or just to actually it's good to release. It's a form of release. It's not good to hold on to it. Definitely, I encourage everyone to do therapy.
Yeah, man. Absolutely, man. As men, and I think men have it bad, and it's all men, white, black, Hispanic, what have you. We had this macho persona to where it's not manly for us to cry, or it's not manly for us to express our feelings. So we hold so much inside. That's why the percentage of men in prison, especially black men, is very high, because we don't know how to express our feelings, and without feeling like you are a punk or you're less than a man. All that needs to go out the window, man. Because at the end of the day, men go through it a lot, especially fathers. I think about my son, and am I being I was talking to a friend of mine, good guy. He just became a father, and I told him that being a father doesn't stop when you go to sleep, and it doesn't stop when you go to work. They are constantly on your mind. They're constantly things that you wish that you could just do better. I do this better. That I do that better. This and that and the third, and then becoming a provider. That takes a toll too. You got to be a protector and a provider at the same time, man. And we go through it. We men go through it a lot, and it's just that. And you have that, and then being a black man in America, you have that, and it's like other race don't know how it would feel when we get pulled over. When they get pulled over, they look at it as an inconvenience. When we get pulled over, it's like, I hope this ain't gonna be my last. First thing we think about is our family, and not making a sudden move, and making sure that our hands are visible, and don't get an attitude with them. Be on the straightforward. You can have nothing on your record, and still you could be possibly that guy that's gonna have a hashtag. And the media and everything that goes on, and constant remind us that could have been us. You understand what I'm saying? So it's a lot, man. It really is. And don't be afraid to speak on it, because it's only going to hurt you at the end to hold on to it. And especially when you have kids, you don't want to give off that negativity to them that stunts their growth to become something much better. We all want our kids to be better than us. You understand? So that's my whole take on it, man. Just break the cycle. Just break the cycle of negativity, and just, if you have problems, man, speak to someone. It doesn't make you less than a man,
Yeah.
or less than or woman. Everybody want to be a strong woman. You are strong. It's just sometimes you have to talk to somebody. Even Superman one day had to go to Lois Lane for his problems.
Yeah.
So
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes. We all touched on it. Also want to take time out to shout out to our queens out there who are going through some mental health issues, and shout out to the people in the medical field that are taking care of these patients that are going through coronavirus and through everything else, because they're seeing a lot. Um, I also touch light on the good police officers, the police officers that are doing their work. So they got some things going on mentally. That when I spoke to one of the police officers, when I was with security, they were the police officers I do talk to on the side, and there are some good ones out there. It's just sad that the bad ones, have stand out more than the good ones at times.
prison guards too, bro.
Yeah,
My wife is a prison guard. Yeah,
there you go.
she's a
Prison
prison
guards
guard.
too. They're kind of like they kind of are like they therapists in a way as well too. Because you got to calm these people down. You got to use your words to calm these people down. Uh, well, getting that here. So pretty much, the um, the people that are the doctors, the teachers, that are out there dealing with these kids as well. That they dealing with a lot of personalities, man. A lot of personalities, and we all going through it. We all are going through it, and we got to take our time to stop ourselves from having that Dave Chappelle moment when keeping it real go wrong, where
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
take time out and say something or hurt people, and like, nah, man, you got to seek out and get some help and talk to somebody because, like, taking a quote from comic books, the Joker, he was just all you need is just one bad day and total chaos and anarchy. Just
That's
one
it.
bad day, man, and we going through this pandemic where we just need to take our time out to get a hold of ourselves and to check ourselves. You got to go to church, go to a therapist, somebody somewhere to talk to you, to calm yourself down, or to just relax, chill out. Understand that today is not promised, and neither is tomorrow. So just take your time out, man. Relax. Whatever it is that you can do to relax. Something that we're going to, like I said, we keep saying we're going through a pandemic. This is another time where you can find out another skill. Like if it's from drawing to fixing something. I know another homeboy of mine who before this whole thing kicked off, he was really creating things for his family, like like his own little shop class. He building this little thing for like to keep his little kids safe from the fireplace. To
Yeah.
all this off, or something he's building, like maybe it's some in your backyard. You want to build up something like your patio or something. Maybe you want to garden or something like that to keep yourself from just anything to keep yourself sane.
Hmm.
Just
Anything.
act like it, whatever.
Yep.
Something, something alternative to do to occupy your mind in that space.
Yeah. Something. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, do your very best to get yourself some help. Take it day by day. Relax, chill out. For those who do need that help, seek help, and so we can all get through this because we all got to live together, despite our skin color, despite our you know what whatever you like, um, sexual orientation, all of that. We all got to try to compromise and live together, have peace because we want peace.
Religion.
Yeah, religion, all that.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's getting to a point where we all can't have a simple conversation without going off on somebody because like I see it all. We see it every day on social media. Somebody from that's probably all the way in Washington D.C. arguing with somebody that's all the way in Portland or whatever. Like why are you arguing with this person that you do not know of? You typing
Right.
man, I'm talking about you typing a paragraph, bro. Love
Right.
somebody that you do not know. This person is faceless to you. And you steady you losing your
Right.
mind over something over social media just because they compared you or said something to you that don't sit well with you. They going
Right.
about their business. They about to go make themselves a sandwich or something. And you steady mad over what they said, comment.
Hmm. Just
Relax,
chill out.
gather yourself, man. You're gonna be all right. We're gonna be okay. All right, welcome back to the Just Acting Up podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for our very first show. We about to get the curtain call. So let's clap it in, gentlemen, for our very first show.
I'm
Thank you.
holding this with my phone, so I gotta do one hand.
Yeah. We good. We all know it's all good, man. So this is our first show. It was a great show. Thank you all for tuning in. So on this closing segment, like we talked about mental health, we talked about current events, we talked about the movie industry, we talked about TV just a little bit. What we got going on. Oh, we also did big shout out to the ones who passed away. We can't touch on everybody, but like we talked about Tiny Lister, we talked about Natalie Dessel Reed. Of course, there are others that did pass away. If we did, of course, I know we did miss them. So big shout out to them. Hearts and prayers to their family. And speaking on mental health, like we said, get some help. Get help if you can, please, please. We're going through a pandemic, so just relax, gather yourself, find something to do, chill. We don't want no Dave Chappelle keeping it real go wrong moments. We don't want no Grand Theft Auto moments when we hit that rage button and we all going crazy now. We don't need none of that. If you
We don't need 5 stars. We don't need the 5 stars.
helicopter coming up, like it's really out there, man. So helicopter, take them down. So yeah, man. So
First Amendment, man. This will be the First Amendment show to come. God willing. We got a lot of stuff coming y'all way. So I want y'all to take this journey with us,
yeah, we got a lot of stuff coming our way. We'll have some guests coming up in soon. We got a couple shows we want to do before we get those guests on it. We want y'all to sit back and enjoy us first. Get to know us first, the Three Kings first on this show.
Yeah.
Come on in. Come on in. You know how you get. You know how you
Come on.
Come on in, baby.
We is us right now.
Right.
Yeah.
We cook something. We cook something up good for you real quick. Come on.
We cook very good in here.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. We touched on sports. We talked about who's acting up. James Harden, my brother. If you gotta go. Then you gotta go. If you're gonna stay, get to work, man. And hey,
do what I gotta let her go.
Be another TK.
Don't forget to follow us.
Yes, don't forget to follow us. Yes, thank you, Chris. Don't forget to follow us on all social media platforms, from Twitter to YouTube to Facebook to Instagram, IG.
Y'all over. It's a takeover happening.
Yes.
Yeah. Fan base.
Show.
We're gonna get a TikTok next, but we're gonna wait for the studio so we can TikTok all in the studio.
Hey, I'm telling you, man. What else we got coming up? We didn't touch on the spotlight segment, but we'll do that later on down the road. Get at us, talk to us, tell us how you like the show. Tell everybody, tell your friends about us. And with that being said,
go tell your mama too.
Yeah.
Tell her too. Tell your mama, your uncles, go tell them.
Tell them.
Your aunties. You go tell them.
Yeah, tell them all. Tell them all about us, what we doing. Three Kings over here, Acting Up Podcast, ladies and gentlemen, our first show. Stay tuned to our second show. And with that being said, Mike.
Peace out. Goodbye. And God bless.
Yes, Chris, let the world know.
Appreciate y'all. Y'all come back. I'm telling you, it's gonna get better and better over time. Y'all just come back, keep listening, keep watching. Goodbye.
I'm your host, James. Salute y'all. Be safe. Deuces.